One of the problems that we run into as our days go on and our posture gets worse and worse as the pain increases is we start to get ourselves into a forward head position. So go ahead. So we got a lot of stress. You can see how Nick has got his head ahead of his shoulders. We don't want that, because what that's doing is all the stress coming from here, having to hold his head in a position that it's not naturally supposed to be at. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have him get into a better position. You can see how that already improves his head position, but it's still ahead of where we would like it to be. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have him take his right hand, put your thumb up in that jugular notch and your index finger there. And we're going to actually turn even a little bit more. So here's your starting position. And what we want to do is we want to keep the finger there as a guide, so that whenever he goes away, he's going to give yourself a double chin. You're going to try and push straight back. See how he glides the head straight away? He didn't dip his head back. He didn't dip his chin down. He went straight back away. And you see now there's a gap in between his finger and his chin. Come on back. And then he comes back to that position. He's not allowing his chin to push his finger forward. He's in this nice, comfortable position. Go ahead and push back away again. And you see how he's able to glide straight back. This one we're going to do 10 repetitions. I'm going to want you to do it 5 or 6 times throughout the day. As you feel more comfortable and you feel like you're staying in a good guided position, if the shoulder becomes a little uncomfortable in that position, you can go ahead and remove the guide. But again, the most important thing is that you don't let the head come dramatically forward as it returns from that extension. Don't be surprised, because of the position you've been in for a while is going to cause the tissue in the back of the neck to get tight. Don't be surprised if there's not a little bit of soreness, a little bit of lingering discomfort in the back of your neck after this exercise. That will go away as we're able to stretch that tissue back out. So this is the chin tucks. It is referred to as a slouch correction. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have Nick slide forward on the chair. Let's go ahead and slide out a little bit so you can see this. And we're going to start him in a nice posture position. There you go. And then you're going to notice that where he's going to move is going to be low. So go ahead and go into that slouched position. You see how he rocks his hips backwards. That's that posterior pelvic tilt, and that puts him into that slouch position. It's one of the only times we actually encourage you to go into a slouch position, because what we're going to do is that's your starting position. Now come on up. And he comes all the way up into an overextended position. But notice where my hand is, because that's where all the motion is coming from. It's coming from a very low back position. Go ahead and slouch back down again. And then back up. Good. I'm going to have you do it once without me there. Go ahead and slouch down. And back up. Good. This exercise is something we're going to want you to do 10 in a row. And we're going to want you to do it several times, maybe 5 or 6 times throughout the day. This is a real good one to do whenever you're in the car for a long period of time, or if you're at work and you want to have an exercise to try and make your back feel a little less stiff. This is the exercise we'll send you home with. So what we're going to have him do is squeeze his shoulder blades together. So go ahead and squeeze. Good. And then relax. You notice how it brings the material of the shirt together. Also notice that his arms stayed very natural at his sides. Go ahead and squeeze again. There we go. Also notice that the shoulders don't raise up. If you raise them up, you're going to use your upper trapezius too much, and we don't want to do that. We really want to use the muscle groups right in through here. The rhomboid minor, and the middle traps. So this is the exercise that we want to do for this to stabilize the shoulder blades. Good, and go and relax. With this one, again, we're going to do 10 repetitions, and I want you to do it 5 or 6 times throughout the day. Do it one more time for me. Squeezing straight back. Notice his elbows don't come way back. That we're really looking for that pinch between the shoulder blades.